All right, let's see what's on the live, man. Let's see what's on the live tonight. Boom, 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 creating queenies. Yeah. Let's see what's on the live tonight. We're busting on the live, man. You know, tonight we're going to talk about the heart health, air fibrillation, heart attacks, heart disease, many more. Oh, let me see. Wow. I'm going. Share the live. Wonderful. Public. Heart attacks. Heart disease. Many more. We're not going to sit too long tonight. We're going to do it fast. And the reason why we're going to do this program tonight is because we had some a brother who just died from heart attack. Young brother, 33 years old. And then you had a wrestler, yeah, where I have to think his name is, 36 years old, just died from a heart attack. And he was a wrestler. Yeah? Strong guy. He just died from a heart attack. And we just had a brother from Jamaica, yeah, who just 33 years old, who just died from a heart attack. Yeah? And we had another brother who came in yesterday with air fibrillation. And then you have some people who have cardiomyopathy. Yeah? So we just want to go a little further to explain to our people why we are coming down with heart disease. So I'm going to show you some facts about the heart. You see the heart? The heart is the most working muscle in the body. Yeah? See that the liver? The liver is the most working organ in the body. You see the heart? The heart is the most working muscle in the body. Yeah? But lots of women is now coming down with heart disease, heart attacks. Yeah? Men is now coming down with heart disease, high blood pressure, heart attacks. And even when you have diabetes or diabetics can cause the individual who have that disease to get heart troubles faster and even heart attacks. So, I'm going to give you some facts, because we don't want to stay too long. But we know for a fact that some symptoms that you may have can tell you that you are getting a heart attack. Like my brethren, who was sitting on the toilet bowl to have a bowel movement, and he had a heart attack there. Yeah. Another gentleman who was driving, and he was about to pull into the bank, and because he felt an elephant was on his chest, he felt he was getting a heart attack, so he was very wise, so he put his car in park, and he died there. I used to call him daddy, my daddy. Not my biological father, but a guy who I used to call my dad, because there was heart disease in his family. Symptoms of heart attacks. You see, when you get in a heart attack, you feel like an elephant sitting on your chest. That big weight on your chest. Like you just can't breathe. That is a symptom. One symptom that you get in a heart attack. Symptom number 2, cold sweat. That's what happened to the brother while he was sitting on the toilet bowl. He got cold sweat. Yeah? And his wife was asking him what's going on, but she did not know he was getting a heart attack. Cold sweat like crazy. That's another sign that you're getting a heart attack. Chest pain from angina. Angina is telling me that something is wrong in your arterial walls. So the blood can't flow through the vessel walls, so automatically you start getting a pain in your chest or pain running on your arm. That's a sign that you're getting a heart attack. Dizziness. You're feeling all dizzy. That's another sign that you can be getting a heart attack. Yeah? So I'm going to teach you now what I do to take care of my heart, because I had high blood pressure. And I got a stroke when I was 32 years old. Yeah? So I learned how to take care of my heart. So I'm going to teach you what I learned from my nephew, Dr. Daigo Humphrey, who is a cardiologist. I learned a lot from him. So I put his teachings that he taught me into practice to keep my heart healthy and to show you how you can take care of your heart and prevent clogging of the arteries and prevent heart attacks. So let's go and show you how the heart works. And we're going to talk about atrial fibrillation. Come over here. Boom. Let's go to the blood. Because we know for a fact that the heart pumps the blood through the circulatory system. So circulation and the blood is very significant in heart health. Am I wrong or right? So, because the heart is a pump, we know for a fact that your heart have to pump the blood through the circulatory system. Veins, arteries, capillaries. Facts. Yeah? So we know now that if the blood slows up, yeah, we know for a fact that the heart will have troubles. And we know for a fact that if the heart is not working properly, the blood going to slow up. And you're going to have troubles in your heart. Eh? Because they work together. So we're going to teach you how to move the blood. Yeah? Follow. Stay right there, son. Come stay up, son. Come. Go fast. You don't stay too long. Now, when you look at the blood movement, the blood moves just like that. Fast. So if you look at the blood, you're going to get dizzy because the blood moves so quick. Onto the body, from head to toe. That's how the blood's supposed to flow. Now, so the heart now, the heart is pumping the blood, and the blood must be pumped this way. The water like the blood. So the blood has to move like that, because the heart, if it's working properly, is supposed to pump the blood, and the blood's supposed to move quick. Yeah? But when you have troubles in your heart, or you got blockages now, what will happen to you? That happens. And when this happens, you start to have troubles in your heart. You start having troubles in your kidney. You start having troubles in the lung. And diabetics who have troubles with neuropathy can end up having troubles in their heart, because everything slows up. See? But we're supposed to keep the blood moving like that. Quick. It could cause you to get dizzy. But because lots of people in America is eating so much fast foods, they clog up the arteries, and then they give the heart a harder job to do, and the heart has to work extra hard. And because the arteries are so clogged, all of a sudden the heart has to pump the blood through the vessel walls too quick, and it slows up like that. You got to get swelling off your feet, try to get shortness of breath. Yeah, because now you can't pump the blood to the kidney. Boom, let's go over here now, sir. So we just showed you about the blood movement. So the blood is important. The blood is your life. That's what we deal with. We deal with blood purification. You must purify the blood, because the blood is your life. If you go back in scriptures, God said, again, the blood is your life. So the blood is composed of microscopic blood cells. Am I right or wrong, doctors and nurses? 2 facts. Healthy bodies have about 25 billion of cells, blood cells. Healthy bodies, if you're healthy. If you're sick and you have cancer, or you have diabetes, or you have high blood pressure, or you had a stroke, these cells diminish. Am I right, nurses and doctors? So a healthy body has about 25 billion of cells. Fact number 3. Every 20 minutes or every 20 seconds, cells are circulating in our bloodstream. Am I lying, nurses and doctors? Every 20 seconds, our cells keep on moving through the bloodstream. And they're very smart, because they're looking for cancer cells, they're looking for viruses, they're looking for bacteria, they're looking for parasites and fungi. So every 20 seconds, our cells are circulating in the bloodstream like crazy. But when you have high cholesterol, you have blockage of the arteries, you have heart problems, you have trouble in the kidney, that can never happen. Because the kidney needs blood from the heart. And the heart needs renin from the kidney. So that the heart could normalize your pressure. But they have to work in sync. See? So the blood composed of microscopic blood cells, and the healthy bodies has about 25 billion cells. And fact number 3, every 20 seconds, cells are circulating the bloodstream. Quick. They move fast. Like you're going on the highway, you speed about 100 miles per hour. That's exactly how they work. Follow. Let's go again. Facts. I give you facts, you know. Fact number 4. 20 billion or more cells travels to our heart, and they go into the lung, and they obtain oxygen while they are expelling carbonic acid, or they call it carbon dioxide. These cells make up about 5,000 round trip through our body every day. Could you imagine that? Them cells, we just talked about a while ago, them 20 billion of them, they have to travel to the heart, into the lung. They obtain oxygen, and they throw the carbonic acid or carbon dioxide, and then they come back through the loop of the ventricle and the atrium, or they call it the aorta, and these cells make about 5,000 or more trips through the body every day. So you could imagine a man who is driving a truck, and he have to make about 15 deliveries or 20 deliveries, to different stores or different delis. Your heart, your cells have to do that also. They make 5,000 or more round trips every day, moving all the time. You can't slow them up. Let me go to fact number 5. Fact number 5. Number 5. No, the question is now, how many times does the heart beat daily? Remember I said before that our heart pumps 1,960 gallons or more blood every day. Don't forget I said that before. Although we only have 5 quarts of blood in the body, our blood is about 14 cups. Yeah, I believe. If I'm correct, if I'm wrong, correct me. Or less than 14 cups, but it's 5 quarts. But the blood is pumping through the vessel walls, and that heart have to boop, 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 have to beat. Can't slow up. So how many times does the heart beat daily? Over 95,000 times per day, which pumps about 11,000 quarts of blood throughout our body every day. That's how the heart works. And that's when you have heart disease, you get fatigue. That's when you have heart disease, you have shortness of breath. That's why when you get heart disease, you have swelling of the feet. Because this heart, he can't beat 95,000 times per day. And he cannot pump 11,000 quarts of that blood through your body every single day. Can't, because he messed up. And that's why the first leading cause of death in America is heart disease. 750,000 people or more die in America from heart disease. Let's go to the facts again. Fact number 5. We cannot rush into tonight, because we have to do some work. So next time we're going to go into detail again. Fact number 5. In 1 year, our heart pumps 45 million gallons of blood in the span of 8 years. Fact number 5. Ain't no cardiologist can do that. Period. In 1 year, our heart pumps, if the body's healthy now, our heart pumps 45 million gallons of blood in the span of 8 years. Fact number 6, the rate of our heartbeat is also regulated by the amount of carbonic acid in the blood. And I'm going to show you why the bread and the cheese and the rice and the pasta ain't no good for your heart. Because the carbonic acid. Follow now. Fact number 6, the rate of our heartbeat is also regulated by the amount of carbonic acid that is in our bloodstream. That is fact number 6. Let's go to fact number 7. Fact number 7. The oxygen we inhale combined in our body with carbon that is coming from our foods that we eat. And from what? Carbonic acid. The oxygen we inhale combines in our body with carbon that is coming from our food that we eat and from carbonic acid. Am I right, nurses and doctors? That's a fact. Yeah? Follow again now. Fact number 8. You're going to facts, eh? Fact number 8. Our heartbeat is regulated. Don't forget that now. Our heartbeat, boop, 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 is regulated by carbonic acid content of the blood. Our heartbeat is regulated by carbonic acid content of the blood. The more starches, refined starches we eat now, I want to use the word refined. The more refined starches we eat, like bread and pasta, the more carbon atoms we force into our body. Follow me. The more starches we eat is the more carbon atoms we force into our body. That carbon content cause our heart, watch me now, the carbon content cause the heart to produce what Patrick does, more rapid heartbeat. The carbon content cause our heart, from the starches, from the bread, from the cheese, from the pasta, all the refined carbohydrates, that carbon or carbonic acid content from all these foods that are starches, carbohydrates, call it carbon, carbohydrates, carbon, cause our heart to give us a more rapid heartbeat, and that is where you start to get a fibrillation from. And we're going to talk about AFib in a little while. Fact number 8. At 80 beats per minute, our heart beats about 4,700 to 4,800 times in an hour. Yeah? Which is 115,200 times for the day. The heart muscle. Yeah? Follow. At 80 beats per minute. Don't forget, remember they said 70 beats per minute? 70 to 80 beats per minute. Or 60 to 70 beats per minute. Remember that children, babies, have a higher heartbeat. Rats have a heartbeat of more than 80 also. Children or babies, children is 2 years old, 9 months, they have a rapid heartbeat also. That's reality. But the older we get, the heartbeat drops. But fact number 8 is at 80 beats per minute, our heart beats about 4,700 to 4,800 times in an hour. which calculate to what? To 115,200 times for the day. That's how good heart health. That's why I went and fixed my heart, because I had high blood pressure. And I got a stroke, so I knew for a fact that my heart wasn't working well. In 1 year, your heart will beat 42,000 times. In 1 day, 115,000. I will say 115,500 if your heart bad for the day. In 1 year, if your heart bad, this number is supposed to be 42,000 times for the year. If your heart bad, you got to go further. You might beat about 60,000 for the year because your heart bad. Yeah? And you force your heart. And your heart becoming large. Yeah. And you start to get air fibrillation, cardiomyopathy, heart failure. Facts again. Let's go again. Facts. At 70 beats per minute, at the age of 75, our heart beats about 4,321 times per hour, which is 103,681 times per day, which accumulates to 337,844,200 times per year, and 2 billion 839,240,000 in a lifetime. Heart muscle. And I don't care what no man say, but no man can create a heart muscle like that. Only God can do it. They can try, but they can never ever create or produce a muscle like that. They might want to take it from a pig and put it in your chest, but man can never ever. That's why I always give Jehovah God all the glory and the praise, because in no way on this earth a man can produce a heart like this to do the job that this guy is doing for us every day. Till we die. Let's go to air fibrillation. What is air fibrillation? A gentleman came in here and said air fibrillation. Yeah? Because he have high blood pressure. People who have high blood pressure, I'm warning you, do not let your pressure go high. Because automatically, because you are suffering from hypertension, you can damage your heart muscle. Because hypertension is telling me that something is wrong with your heart. Yeah? Your vessels could be messed up too. Air fibrillation. When you have air fibrillation, you have an irregular, rapid heartbeat. And that can cause the blood to flow poorly and give you an embolism in your lung. And this gentleman came in here yesterday. He was on Xarelto. Or they give you Eloquist, or they give you warfarin, or Coumadin, same drug. Now, Xarelto, as they say, can stop this brother from getting a stroke, but it causes bleeding. And the same Xarelto can give you blood clots. And the same Xarelto can cause you to be fatigued. So then why would they want to give you the Xarelto when you have air fibrillation, knowing that he going to stop the stroke, as they say, but he clots your blood, and you trying to avoid blood clots from getting into your lung, called an embolism. Okay, brother? So air fibrillation is an irregular, rapid heartbeat that can cause the blood to flow poorly, because the upper chamber of your heart, called the atrica, or the aorta they call it, beat out of what? With the ventricle. Remember, you have left ventricle, you have right ventricle. Yeah, the left ventricle is much more problematic when you have troubles there than in the right ventricle. So once you have a fibrillation, the blood is not moving properly because something is going on with the upper chamber of your heart and the lower chamber of your heart. They're not working together, so your heart is not working well, so the blood become poorly moving. It don't move well, so your circulation become poor, and you can get an embolism. And that's the reason why they give you Xarelto, they call it, or Eloquest, or warfarin. Yeah? Now, the ventricle is significant because once you have troubles in the left ventricle, it can cause you to have congestive heart failure. Am I wrong or right, nurses and doctors? Once you have troubles in the left ventricle, you can have more troubles in your heart than when you have troubles in the right ventricle, which is the chambers, lower chambers. You have upper and lower chambers, yeah? Now over here. Now, that's why I said before that the medical system is important. Always check a cardiologist if you feel you have troubles in your heart. And you always ask your doctor, if you think you had a heart attack, ask him for an LDH test. Yeah? Don't forget the name LDH. It's lactate dehydrogenase test, or a CK test called a creatine kinase test. Those are what we call heart enzymes. And the main one is what? Troponin. Troponin. If you feel that there's troubles in your heart, you go to the doctor and you ask him for these tests right here. LDH, CK, and troponin. Because the troponin will tell your doctor if you have or had a heart attack. Yeah. So tell your doctor that. See? And then he will now do some more tests to look at his number, because remember that creatine kinase also deals with musculoskeletal. Because you can have cancer in your liver and you can have a high CK also. Yeah? So a high CK does not mean only troubles in your heart. It can mean that you have troubles also in your liver, because it deals with the musculoskeletal system. Yeah? So it is imperative that you go to your cardiologist and let him do an EKG, an electrocardiogram, looking for the rhythm of the heart muscle, and looking for over here, looking for what left ventricular hypertrophy, which can cause you to get congestive heart failure, or looking for your troponin, your creatine kinase, and your LDH to make sure that they are intact, and making sure that your cholesterol is not that high, or is not oxidizing. Make sure that you don't have congestive heart failure. When the heart is congested, make sure that you have your arteries are clean. And make sure that you are eating the right foods, or we call heart healthy foods. Heart healthy foods. Because we said before that the carbonic acid from the starches, the refined foods, they are no good for people who have heart problems and is suffering from fibrillation. Carbonic acid from the starches that you eat, refined foods, is not good for people who have hypertension and is suffering from cardiomyopathy. Carbonic acid in excess from the starches is not good for anyone who is suffering from diabetes. Yeah? They're going to cause them to get insulin problems, or an insulin surge in the blood, which can cause the arteries to become thick and hard, causing you to have trouble in your heart as a diabetic. Yeah? Done, man. We will come back. We'll meet on that busy next time. Gotta go. But every so often, I take some time off and I go into the herbal kingdom and I use herbs for my heart health. And because I know that the heart pumps the blood to the vessel walls, I go to the secondary herb too and I move the blood with them. Ginkgo. You see the herb ginkgo is not only good for your brain, it is also good for your heart. Yeah? You see folate acid, not folate acid. Folate acid is also important for your heart because it deals with cell division of the heart muscle. You see CoQ10, 400 milligrams per day. That is very significant for your heart. You see taurine, Taurine. Taurine is like a pump. It jumpstarts your heart if your heart is lazy. You see magnesium? Oh my goodness. Magnesium is found in the heart muscle. Yeah? And it is a calmer of the heart. Yeah? You see L-carnitine? L-carnitine is significant for your heart muscle. Once you have high blood pressure, you must implement those guys I just mentioned there a while ago. And if you have blockages in your heart, in your arteries, I want you to get 10 limes. Mark it down. I want you to get 10 limes. I want you to get 6 grains of garlic, aged garlic. 10 limes, 6 grains of aged garlic. 1 stick of ginger. And I want you to crush them up in pieces. Don't forget, 10 limes, 6 grains of ginger, 6 grains of garlic, 1 stick of ginger. I want you to crush them up. Yeah? And I want you to put them in some distilled water. And I want you to put them in a blender. And I want you to blend it for 10 seconds. As you're blending, say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Stop the blender. Don't forget, when you stop the blender, I want you to get a cast iron pot. Cast iron pot or stainless steel pot. And I want you to put that mixture in that pot and simmer it for 3 to 4 minutes on a low fire. Then I want you to strain it. Yeah? And then I want you to put it in the bottom of your refrigerator. And every morning you get up, take a very small rum glass and drink it. And before you go to bed, a very small rum glass and drink it. If it's too strong, you can put a little bit of maple syrup with the B grade maple syrup, and you drink that. And that's going to go in because they said, oh, garlic is acidic. Oh, wow. But ginger is alkaline. Yeah? But it cleans up the arteries. And it cleans up the arteries properly. While you are taking your ginkgo, you are taking your horse chestnut, you are taking your colinzonia that have vascular integrity, you are taking your lycium fruit, you are taking your ginger, you are taking your cinnamon, you are taking your night blooming cereus, you are taking your hot and leaf and flower, you are taking your linden flower, you are taking your mistletoe, you are taking your yarrow. Yeah? And then you move all the refined starches out of that. No bread, no cheese, no fries, no greasy foods, no pasta to create more carbonic acid. That cause your heart to get a more rapid heartbeat, because the more carbonic acid that you create in your body going to force your heart and going to give your heart a rapid beat. Boom, boom. And they call it palpitation. What I mean? I have everything here. And once you do that, and you have discipline, you hear the word? The word is discipline. You have that, your heart will start to pump 1,960 gallons of blood every day. Yeah? 25 billion gallons in a lifetime for you. And you will never get heart disease. And you will never get a heart attack. Period. Because why? You are moving the blood and you are taking care of the heart muscle and you are feeding the heart muscle what it needs. And once you feed that heart muscle what it needs, that heart will pump for you the way it's supposed to. And once it pump that blood through the vessel walls properly, ain't no high blood pressure coming your way no more. And ain't no heart disease coming your way no more. And ain't no congestive heart failure coming your way no more. And your kidney will function better because your kidney depends on 25% of the blood that the heart pumps to the inferior vena cava and the superior vena cava. Boom! And you will stay healthy like I did, because they can never tell me nothing, because I never went back and take their drugs. None of them. To this day, God is my witness. Take none of them. Because why? I go on a program so often and I keep my heart well, so I don't get a stroke and I don't get high blood pressure again. Blessed love. Give thanks, man. Yes, sir. And our heart health is out of stock. But Ambrosia going to have heart health again on Monday, if God gives us health and strength, because heart health and circulation formula is running like crazy. But people are getting results from it when they have AFib. You can see a woman that said on the live that from the time she's taking our heart health, her husband is doing much better with AFib, because we are putting herbs in there that's going to help our people. So by Monday, Ambrosia going to have more heart health and more circulation formula because they're out of stock. And you can go to Patrick Delves Holistic Healing.com on Monday for the same heart health and the same circulation formula, and put yourself on a program and come up with them demon drugs. You're taking every day.